India and US are closely watching Pakistan's actions in Afghanistan. The news in detail. India and the United States are closely watching Pakistan's actions in Afghanistan, Foreign Secretary Harshvardhan Shringla said on Friday. In the limited engagement that India has had with the Taliban, the new Afghan rulers have indicated that they would be reasonable in addressing New Delhi's concern, the Foreign Secretary added. After the conclusion of India's UNSC presidency for August, Foreign Secretary Harshvardhan Shringla addressed the key resolutions adopted under India's leadership and the international community's outlook towards the Afghanistan crisis. Interacting with the media in Washington, H.V. Shringla stated that the resolution adopted by the UNSC on Afghanistan was very important and said that India was in touch with every country that had an interest in the deteriorating situation there. As UNSC chair for August, we adopted 4 resolutions, but the resolution on Afghanistan was very important. It called for an inclusive negotiated political settlement, demanded the Taliban to facilitate the evacuation of those wanting to leave, he told at the end of his 3-day official visit to Washington, D.C., adding that the U.S. will have a wait-and-watch policy with regard to how the situation evolves in Afghanistan. The Foreign Secretary also revealed that the U.S. was watching the situation very closely and that Pakistan's role in the Taliban takeover could not be overlooked. Shringla added, obviously like us, US is also watching carefully and we have to watch Pakistan's action with a fine-tooth comb. Pakistan is a neighbor of Afghanistan. They have supported and nurtured the Taliban. There are various elements that are Pakistan supported, so its role has to be seen in that context. Our engagement with the Taliban has been limited. It's not that we have had a robust conversation, but for whatever conversation we have had so far, they have been sort of, at least the Taliban seem to indicate that they will be reasonable in the way they handle this, Shringla added. After the end of the UNSC session in New York, the Foreign Secretary is expected to interact with senior officials from US President Joe Biden's administration in Washington. As per sources, the Quad summit is expected to be one of the main points of discussion between India and the US. In our statement, we have said that we have told them that we want them to be cognizant of the fact that there should be no terrorism that emanates from their territory directed against us or other countries, that we want them to be mindful of the status of women, minorities and so on, so forth. And I think they have also, made reassuring from their side, he said. The US has made it clear to the Taliban that they would hold them accountable if any terrorist activities are emanating from Afghanistan. The international community is on the same page, he said. News Desk, Karma News.